Starts first down and 10 at their own 10-yard line. And Tevin Coleman with some running room. Tevin Coleman down the sideline. Coleman, one man to beat. Tevin Coleman's going to go 90 yards, and Indiana takes the lead. Randall L. scrambles, thought about the pitch, keeps it himself down the sidelines. He could go. Antoine Randall L. touchdown. Roy going to the single coverage, end zone. He hits Cooper again.
Hey, what's up? Episode 258 of the Hoosier Happy Hour. We're still chugging along. No, I got one half-ass like sniff into the microphone. Got a full crew again. So you would have thought that would have hit with at least one of the other two. Seth and Brandon are here. We are here to, unfortunately, talk about the matchup against Purdue to finish up the regular season of 2025 season preview, which means we're getting close, boys and girls, real close. As of time of recording, we are less than 18 days away. So buckle up. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
This one, I was conflicted with this prep for me for this game because on one hand, I love to see a rival down, right? I never root for a rival to be good in any sport. Mm-hmm. But on the other end of this, we also produce content, and it was really hard to like come up with like anything to talk about this team, in a somewhat interesting manner. So, as far as content, as far as like looking forward to this game on Friday, November 28th, that'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. I gotta feel like this is what Purdue basketball felt with Woodson. Is that right, Seth? Like, is that like the joy you felt seeing Indiana basketball on the schedule the last 8 years with Mike Woodson and Archie Miller? Is this how you feel? Is similar, like,
it's got to be closer to like Tom Crean's first 3 seasons.
Yeah, that's what I was going to equate it to, where it's the ultimate punching bag. It's not even a fair fight. It's not like, oh, they got home court advantage. We got to be on our top of the game. No, this is the most apathetic I've been about a season in a long time, especially with the basketball season, the excitement around that. It is just a mere waiting game for most Purdue fans, as far as I can tell.
Brandon, how many Purdue, I think you're infamous for saying that you don't really have any Purdue friends, or like, what about coworkers? Do you like talk anything with coworkers?
Yeah, so I think there's 4 Purdue engineers at my work. None of them care about sports. Like zero. Okay. Like they couldn't name you. They couldn't tell you if the football team won, the basketball team won. Like they couldn't tell you any players. They're like, yay! Like they go to like random games and like random for football and basketball, but like they don't care. Right. So like I got no Purdue guy friends. Sasha had 2 of her in her wedding party were from Purdue. So, and they're into sports. But yeah, I don't have a Purdue circle at all. Like you do. I feel like you're the exact opposite. Like I feel like you have almost outside of your family, you don't have any IU fans, or IU friends. So
I guess we're not friends.
That's what I've been saying this whole time. I'm like, wow, this is an indictment on the years that you and I have put in together. I'm hurt.
Okay. So here's what I was getting at, and I was hoping that you were going to say that you did have coworkers at least that like sports. Working in commercial construction as I do, I am surrounded by everything but IU people. So they're all engineers, project managers, things like that, right? The 2 guys that I work closest with, well, 3 guys, the president of the company and 2 of the senior estimators are all Purdue guys. And within the last 2 weeks, I've been asked by all three of them at separate times how I feel about the basketball season coming up. And my response was, we have another season of sports to play before I will focus on the basketball season. And they said, we only have basketball season coming up. That was what pretty much the exact same response I got from all three of them. And for the first time, maybe ever, I've heard that from a Purdue fan where like we don't even care about football. Like it is what it is.
I sat through the Notre Dame game. I sat through the IU game. I was in person in both one in an absolute barn burner of a Saturday afternoon, the other one in a freezer. I mean, it was 128 points or whatever it was to 0, something like that.
No, you guys scored
What
against
am I
Notre Dame, didn't you?
Oh, I think we did. That's right. I think we had a late one.
Yeah.
I was long gone by then. I think I was in Lebanon. But yeah, I just don't. What? No. Don't sign up for more of this.
All right. Well, we'll talk some of it, I guess. Seth will probably give more insight than Brandon and I will. Let's go through some stuff real quick. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this because it doesn't really matter, but I'm interested to see what you guys think. So the rankings are out. Coaches poll IU number 19, AP poll number 20. I'm going to read a couple names of teams that are ranked above IU currently, and I want to get your thoughts on if it's a fair ranking and then what you think about the teams ahead of us. Illinois, the nation's darling, it seems like. They're in at 12. These are AP poll rankings. 12. Michigan, Sharon Moore's Michigan, number 14. Their traditional ranking in the top 15 is done. Florida's in there too, but I think Florida's going to be halfway decent this year. SMU ranked at 16, and Kansas State at 17. Brandon, thoughts about that?
So first, I want to say that I do think I thought we would be ranked higher, right? I thought some 14 to 16 sounded right to me. 19 and 20, fine. That's my, because it's way easier to move up as soon as you're ranked, right? The hard part is getting ranked. Like IU lost so many weeks last year because they didn't start ranked. So I'm not going to split hairs of, I thought they should have been 16 and they're 19. To me, that's pretty trivial. I don't care enough about that. But then your second part of that question is like, what did the AP voters see in SMU? Well, like that's where you start picking nits, and things start to get a little fuzzy. Like Seth, you can be objective, as much as you can, but like, would you take Illinois' coach or IU's coach?
IU.
Would you take Illinois' quarterback or IU's quarterback?
Ooh,
I know.
Yeah, I'd say it's a coin flip.
Is it 7 spots better?
No.
Right? Michigan always gets it. I mean, Michigan essentially is an SEC program in the eyes of the AP voters, right?
It's a legacy ranking.
Exactly. And then I do feel like Kansas State got a little bump because they are like the first game of the year.
Yep.
Right.
And Avery Johnson has a little bit of hype around him.
Yeah. So in the SMU one, I just don't get it all.
Head scratcher.
So you can pick nits and nitpick all you want when you actually look at the teams, but I guess if you look at it from a 30,000 foot view, IU's ranked in the top 20, and it's easier to move up if you take care of business. And I think that's really all that matters.
Yeah, I'd love to know both the coaches and I think the coaches, I'm surprised, honestly, we're ranked ahead in the coaches that we are in the AP. But I wonder a couple things. One, if maybe just Sig's aura and like his cockiness or any of that stuff has anything to do with that in the media or with the coaches as far as the voting goes. And then the other part of it is the part, I guess, I don't take it that seriously. It is what it is. We win games, we'll move up, we'll be fine. But when you get the hype, right? The preseason All-Americans, almost everybody on a watch list that's a starter. Like you've got people saying Mendoza might be the number one overall ranked quarterback at the end of the season. And we're sitting in 20th after what did we go last year? 12-2, 11-2, with the majority of all of the top end players on the team coming back, plus what seems to be, depending on where you look, seems to be at least a top 10 or day 2 draft pick at quarterback if he goes. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Honestly, I don't know how it works. So.
Yeah.
But we are ranked above Ole Miss. So
if you break it down at a micro level, it doesn't make sense. But the macro is where ranked and can move up if we take care of business. So.
Yeah. I just knew people were probably frustrated. I've stayed off the message boards about it, but I'm sure that it's not real fun. Seth,
the message boards have been quiet because the basketball team won some games in Puerto Rico.
Oh,
so
dude,
that's apparently more important than a top 20 ranked football team. But the message boards,
I think. But yeah, no.
Schedule preview.
Yeah. So I can't even believe the social team put out those real quick. They played quarters. I cannot believe they put out those scores during the quarters, like the end of the quarters. I think they were down like 15, and then they were down 20, and then they were down like 25, and then somehow they end up winning the game. Like it's just the weirdest thing. I don't know.
The great writers at 247 Pigs, and this, is why I'm just not going to get kind of taking the Purdue football angle with basketball. The esteemed writers at 247 Pigs said those teams they played is a top tier A10 team. So IU was down by 20 points to a top tier A10 team.
To Dayton.
Yeah. Yeah. So we squeaked out 2 against Dayton. Yeah.
We're back. We are back.
Yeah.
All right. We're back now. We're back to talk about football. Game number 12 at Purdue.
Was down.
That's right. Hey, VCU's tough. I'd like to have that program right now. Game 12 at Purdue, Friday, November 28th. I think that date's right. I don't know. I haven't checked it. Ross-Ade Stadium. It is on national television, NBC, 7:30, prime time. We get to do the fancy lights. I'm sure Purdue coming in with 2 wins on the season will put on a nice little light show for the cameras and bring out their little train that kills people and the big giant drum. That's insensitive. That was insensitive, I think. Was the person, I still don't understand. I've still never understood the entire logistics of that accident. So I do apologize if I offended anybody with that one. But did you have something to say, Seth?
Why, God, why? 7:30 NBC, Black Friday, right after Thanksgiving, same night as high school football state championship for Indiana. I hate the timing. I hate everything about this.
Well, I mean, even if it's on Saturday at noon, that's Indiana high school football.
Sure.
So that thing goes out the angle. I
don't worry, Seth. Teams like our high schools don't play on Friday. We play on Saturday nights. So like Brandon's high school might be playing on that.
Yeah, baby, 3A football. But yeah, I kind of like it. At least as far as like exposure for the Big Ten, exposure for Indiana. As I said at the start of this podcast 15 minutes ago, I mean, this is likely looking at another 50-point win. I mean, the spread for this game is gonna start with a high 2, if not a low 3.
I was thinking a 3.
Yeah, I mean, I could see 30.5. I could see 28.5. It's something around there. Yeah. I mean, that's going to be a super fun game to watch. like you said, it's Friday night on a holiday weekend. The drinks are going to be flowing. It will be a good way to spend a Friday holiday weekend. So
Yeah,
I like it.
I plan on being there. I think Beckett, my oldest, wants to go for his birthday. So
Ooh, I don't do
we'll see how that
cold
goes.
weather games, so I will not be there.
You don't do cold weather games. You don't do noon games. You don't do
Yeah,
non-conference games. All right, let's get into it. Series Purdue, I wrote for some reason 77, IU 43 with 6 ties in there. Previous matchup, we all know it. Purdue 0, Indiana 66. That was last season. I have nothing else to say but laugh out loud on that one. Current streak, obviously, IU's won 1 straight. I think they've won, I don't know. If I could go back, I think it's like pretty even over like the last 12 or something like that. Largest margin of victory. Take a guess. No,
we
you're
still
wrong.
got it, baby.
You've got
Woo!
it. From 1892, Purdue beat IU 68-0. Were they wearing helmets, even leather helmets, maybe in 1892? Yeah, I'm sure that we had other things better to do than whatever cornfield we were playing you guys in 1892. So, all right. That's enough of the series talk. We know where this one's going to go. Let's talk head coach because I'm real interested to hear about him. Didn't write his name down, but I think his name's Barry Odom.
It is.
In his first season at Purdue, he's got an overall head coaching record of 44-33.
There's only one really that matters.
Yes. It was at Missouri for 4 seasons. He went 25-25. And then the last 2 seasons at UNLV went 19-8. But 0-3 in the bowls, if that matters. Seth, do you want? I know you're not totally sold on Coach Odom. Do you want to talk anything about him?
Barry O gets a pass in year 1.
Okay, never sleep on Barry O.
So okay, let's I obviously deep dived into Luke Fickell. I will not deep dive because there isn't the sample size enough to deep dive into Barry Odom. But where was the hype, confidence, excitement meter around Ryan Walters, Seth?
He loved him. He loved him.
But it wasn't just me though. I mean, I was a huge fan of his. I would say it was as high as you could get for a coordinator coming in. He was the top guy.
It certainly feels from the socials that Barry Odom is the exact opposite.
Mm-hmm.
It's boring. It's boring.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which means fans don't know anything, right? Because Ryan Walters, would you take the Ryan Walters regime or the Daryl Hazel regime?
Oh gosh.
Walters.
So,
yeah.
Okay, I was actually okay. Well, it doesn't matter. Splitting hairs.
Hazel almost lost us a Nike sponsorship because he couldn't wear the right clothing. He didn't know how to dress.
Yeah, it just wouldn't change him. Always wore the same thing.
So, like my point there is fans don't know. But this was even lauded by not fans as a surprising hire, right? Not a bad hire, but like even the pundits were like, "What? Like, where did this come from?"
No ties to the state.
I'm gonna bring up another apples to oranges, but just because I like doing this, and I can't see your face, this feels sort of, and again, it's not perfect, but it's kind of, it came out of left field. It doesn't bring any excitement. It actually, I wouldn't say hurt, but it definitely didn't help Purdue football, at least NIL and fan support and any of that. It feels like Mike Woodson. Ooh. It does. It feels like there might
ties to the program. Yes, I mean that. Yes. Yeah. If Barry O had been on one of those really good teams from the 70s or something, and it's like, oh yeah, he's tying us back to that generation, I could see that. But I do think in the lukewarm response, I do get that, because I think that there was a lot of people who were like, "Oh, Mike Woodson, that's really cool," and then there's a lot of people like, "What? Like this doesn't make any sense for this culture in this time."
And that's what Barry Odom feels right now for Purdue football.
But I think in so many cases, we see this politically, we see this socially, we see this everywhere, is the backlash is always an overcorrection. Whenever there's something that goes one way too far, then you overcorrect it too far the other way. It's like you have this young, exciting, vibrant guy, and Ryan Walters was all of that. He could hold a room. I mean, he had everything you want. A good-looking guy, athletic build. You thought he could play, you thought he'd go out there and play. Barry can't play. No. He's dry. He just wants to talk football. He just wants to talk about the grind. He just wants to talk about the grit, the work.
Which sounds
right,
like who? Which sounds like who?
Greg Schiano.
I mean, Mike Woodson.
Yeah.
Chuck Pagano.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's just it's gone so far back the other way of, well, cool, fun, exciting didn't work. Let's try old, boring, unoriginal. See how that works. But he's won the last 2 seasons, so we can sell that, right? I don't know. He coached in the SEC before to 500 record. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, but look what Missouri's done since he's been gone. I mean, they've
been fine. Yeah.
They've been better. I mean, they've been right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be the number one I saw is when Barry Odom left, Missouri got good. I don't think that is a wonderful sign.
And
I think
check out UNLV's win total predictions. I think they're expected to win like 8.5 games again this year. They're not expecting to have some drop off because he left either. They're not devastated by his departure. He took some good players with him, but they're not, rolling over on their back like a turtle.
His best player was his quarterback,
who left after 3 weeks or whatever because he mispromised him cash.
Yes,
or NIL. I apologize.
There was another quarterback. Yeah, that's the guy that left, right? Yeah, that's the guy that left. And then the other quarterback, I think. Yes, Scooter was the one. He was supposed to be really good. I don't know where he ended up at, but he should be a good player. I'd like to give my quick 2 cents, and I think we can be done unless Brandon's got anything else on Barry Odom. But I was very, very, very adamant that Ryan Walters was a bad hire. Like you could tell Seth, or maybe we've talked about it on here.
Many times.
No head coaching experience, just incredible day one NFL talent everywhere on that defense. And that's why he got a head coaching job. I felt bad for him. I honestly did. I mean, good for him to go get his money. But I think that if I'm his agent, even I'm saying maybe just entry level yourself in somewhere, get a MAC job, get a something else, work your way up. What do you got?
Also, some sales guys are just better as sales guys than aren't managers. I mean, and I'm not in the construction world you're in, but like you have some rock star salespeople that just cannot manage. And that was Ryan Walters. Ryan Walters was really good being a player's defensive coordinator, really good at that. But being a CEO, he couldn't do. He could not do that.
It was Matt Sluka. And he is now at James Madison, and UNLV's projected starting quarterback this year, Alex Orji.
Oh, wow. James Madison got votes, by the way. Votes for the top 25. All right, that's enough Odom talk. Oh, I guess I was going to say I have no response to Odom. I don't know. I've said this to you guys. I've said it to Purdue fans before. Grow up. You're in the Big Ten. Like, I know it took us a while, but you guys at least have some sort of tradition or like history of having winning football programs. Like, spend money on your football program and hire a big time coach. Like, don't go get a UNLV guy. Maybe he'll turn out to be halfway decent, but it doesn't.
So I got. This is a Brando Rando, and it's coach related, not Barry Odom, but I think this is my best. So Colt fans still blame Andrew Luck for where they're at now. Like, they still do. I don't have Purdue friends. I do have a lot of Colt fan friends. They blame Andrew Luck where we've been in quarterback purgatory since Andrew Luck left. Seth, do you blame Jeff Brom for the state of Purdue football since he left? Like, is there animosity like there is against Andrew Luck? Like, there's some Colt fans that I wouldn't say hate him, but blame him.
So
for
I
where
think
they're
that's
at.
a really interesting phrasing. So when he left, I wasn't mad because I got it. He was always flirting. He was always flirting to leave. It was Louisville, which is where he felt like home. If you're gonna flirt, you're gonna marry somebody that you're flirting with and cheating on. That's where it makes sense. All right, I'm not hurt by it.
Affairs at Coldplay concerts happen.
But no, I can't blame him for the fallout because Purdue, as an athletic department, as a football program, has the means, has the opportunities. They have to do a SWOT analysis on themselves and analyze what the hell they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, what opportunities do they have for improvement, and what are they up against on a routine basis. At some point, they have to figure out the hire and the funding. And as of right now, because the basketball program is what it is, why the hell would it so I have a little bit of money I get to spend on sporting events and whatever. I got, let's say $500 I'm going to put towards NIL this year. Who am I going to put it towards? Am I going to put it Braden Smith or am I going to put it to CJ Madden?
Who?
Exactly. So yeah. So that's where I'm at. It's if I only have so much to go with, that's where I'm putting my focus. That's where I'm putting my energy. And I think a lot of other mini boosters are in a similar position.
And Purdue basketball paid this year. I mean,
yeah.
I was at your house saying there's no way they can spend as much as Kentucky. There's no way. Braden Smith's gone. I said that to you, to your face, and you said maybe. We'll see. I mean, you were cautiously optimistic.
I said it would hurt, but I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't be like, oh, and what an asshole. I'd just be like,
and from everything I read and talked to you, talk to Kentucky fans, Purdue didn't get outbid. Like, they competed for a basketball player against Kentucky. So I think you're right. Well, I want to get into it more. Let's get into the players. Yeah. I do have other NIL questions with randos, but let's get into players.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run through the offense, what I've got written down, and then I'll sit back and lay out. Let Seth go at it, or both of you. The defense is a different story. I'm going to do what I've got written down, and then I'm just going to get out of there because I don't know what's going on that side of the ball. But the offense, at least there's a couple familiar faces back, right? So Ryan Brown, as many of you might know him as the second string quarterback, number 15. He was way better than Hudson Card, whoever was in there. But because they had a terrible coach, they just never really played him. So he did play whenever Card was injured, and he played pretty well. The one start I think that he had at Illinois, or maybe he came in real early at Illinois, threw the ball, I think it was nearly 70% completion percentage, 297 yards, 3 touchdowns. It was one of the 2 games where they scored more than 10 points, I think. It was back-to-back, I believe, 2 games, and it was like a combined 96 points. The rest of the year, they didn't score more than 10 points per game.
Have they announced him as the starter, Seth?
I believe it's implied. I don't know if there's been a formal announcement, but every single thing I have seen has been he's the assumed starter. He wouldn't have come here if he wasn't. So you don't.
Well, that's again, a good.
He flirted and then came back, so it's such a weird scenario.
that is why he's definitely got to be slated in, because he did. He went over and he edged North Carolina for a little bit, and then he came back for some reason. For some reason, like, he literally, if you go to his ESPN page right now, maybe it's not, maybe if you just Google his name, he's in a North Carolina uniform with a like their normal roster picture, but he's with Purdue.
Almost all of our roster pictures have other team swag.
A trend that we'll get to. Another familiar face you'll see is a guy wearing a linebacker's number at running back. That's Devin McAbee, who's still there somehow. His biggest problem as far as talent goes is that he has not been very good since his freshman year. Now, maybe Seth wants to argue with it, but the stats don't The stats are there to be proven. I think he ran for almost 1,000 yards as a walk-on freshman, and then he's hit somewhere around 7, and then somewhere around 600 last year. So he's progressively gone downhill with the touchdowns following the same way. He's a good threat out of the backfield when he's used right. Really good at catching it out on outside the tackles and making something happen, but he's not going to blow it. He's not going to make an All-American team. We'll just say that. But again, somebody that everybody's going to know. From here on out, you're not going to know anybody. All the receivers are gone. All the tight ends are gone. Well, there's only one tight end anybody
all
cares
the
about.
offensive
He's
line.
gone.
It's a completely new
Offensive line's gone. Now, if you look at it on paper, right, they're bringing in some experienced players, right? Wide receiver Magwood from UCF, another wide receiver named Ross from USC, but they've literally never topped 350 yards in any of their seasons. They played a combined 10 seasons, both players, 5 seasons each. And of the 10 seasons, none of them have gone over 350 yards in receiving yards. I think one of them has a 100-yard game on his record, but I guess they're bringing in experience. But as Seth kind of hinted at before, Magwood's been to, I think this is his 4th college at this point. Ross was at least 2 other schools, including USC. So this is at least his
USC,
3rd.
San Jose State, and Nevada.
Okay, so he's at his 4th. Magwood, I know, was at Kentucky, but then he was somewhere else before Kentucky, I believe.
Central Florida.
Okay, so Central Florida, Kentucky. So it's that's who they're throwing the ball to. There's a tight end maybe that's got a little bit of recognition or a little bit of production, but I didn't care. And then the offensive line, good luck. I mean, they're all transfers. I'm sure they're going to piece something halfway decent together. You have to do something, right? But yeah, that's where they're at. It's a lot of mix and match everywhere except for the quarterback and the running back position. But Seth,
buy or sell.
What you got?
Buy or sell. This is the worst quarterback IU will face.
Oh, sell.
Oh,
Sell hard.
You're going to take Malik Washington from Maryland as the worst?
Oh, he's better than any of the non-conference guys.
Yeah,
okay,
I like
obviously.
Ryan Brown.
He's average. I'd say he's
Brown.
probably 5th or 6th.
Oh, no way. Okay, let's go through it.
From the bottom. I'd say he's
It's
probably,
Luke Altmaier or Ryan Brown.
No.
Now he might be better than this guy because the clips online look bad. Iowa's quarterback looks.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
awful.
I think he's better.
I think Brown's
He's
better.
better than him.
Okay, Dante Moore.
Better. We haven't seen it.
Dante Moore is going to be better than Ryan Brown.
I don't know.
He's got the weapons to be better.
Yes,
That's
he's more positioned for success. That's for sure.
Yes.
Aiden Chillis is better than Ryan Brown.
I don't know.
I'd take Chillis.
I'd take Chillis.
I think it's a toss-up.
No way. Nico's better than Chillis.
Yep. Or not Chillis, but better than Brown. Yeah.
Well, he's better than
better than Chillis too. But yeah, but
I just went over Malik Washington. I mean, he's a true freshman playing in the Big Ten.
I'd rather have Brown this season, but probably
I think I'd rather have Brown.
Washington.
Then you got Drew Alar.
No, yeah, you know how I feel.
Yeah, and then Billy Edwards. Billy Edwards is better than Ryan Brown.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I don't think it's even close.
I hate Billy Edwards, so I would take Ryan Brown.
I think
over
Billy Edwards. No, does nothing for me.
Okay,
this
is good podcasting. This is good podcasting because I don't think Ryan Brown.
I think he's probably in the bottom five. Bottom 5 out of the 12.
Ryan Brown didn't come back because he wanted to. Ryan Brown came back because he had to, because he wasn't going to start at North Carolina. Do you know who North Carolina's quarterback is?
No.
Exactly. He couldn't beat a no-name guy at North Carolina.
Okay. Hold on. The whole Belichick girlfriend mess thing. Let's give the guy a pass. I wouldn't want any part of that.
I would like to know why he left. Why
I know
he wasn't going to start because he's not good.
Maybe it was money. What if it was money that
I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's
all
bad.
right. Can I talk? Can I talk?
Go ahead.
All right, here we go. You forgot about Nitro Tuggle. So this is the guy from Northwood who went to UGA. One of the many driving issue related guys.
Let's say he's already been pulled over, hasn't he?
Well, he was at Georgia. I think he's had one since he's been back too.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
But I saw him play at Northwood in the state title game. He had another guy I think went to on that team, both a receiver, just absolute studs. Again, did absolutely nothing at Georgia. I think he only played in 2 games, only played against teams from the state of Tennessee. Those are the only teams I think he was allowed to play against last year.
He was nowhere in any of the previews, if that tells you what any of the writers think about him.
He's listed. He's listed currently as a potential wide receiver 1.
Well, good for him.
Again, our lads is all over the place. Sometimes it's spot on. Sometimes it's pure conjecture.
I didn't look at our lads. So
I've heard they love his upside, and that could mean upside in 3 years. That could be right away.
Let's go because I have our lads up for every single preview we do. Do you know who North Carolina's starting quarterback is going to be? A 1-year starter at South Alabama, Gio Lopez.
Yeah.
He could not beat out a redshirt sophomore from one season at South Alabama.
I don't buy that.
I think it's something else. I'm looking at it.
The number 2, according to our lads, is Bryce Baker. True freshman.
But he's a good recruit, I think. He's a 4-star.
Pretty highly recruited. And then everyone will remember this game. This guy stinks. Mac Johnson's been at like every program known to man. He's been at A&M. He's been at LSU. Yep. He's been a constant QB2, QB3 everywhere he goes. Ryan Brown could not crack that lineup. Good.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that narrative, but I understand putting it out there.
I've got an answer. He left, and tell me this makes sense. I mean, tell me how bad the academic advisors at North Carolina have to be. Apparently, he left after a few months, so he completed 1 semester at North Carolina. He left for academic reasons because they did not offer the degree that he wanted to pursue.
That
also doesn't sound like a believable story.
No, that 100% is not. That's a story.
There's no chance. There's no chance that that's what happened. You don't just go somewhere, especially a completely different college, and be like, I'm going to go to IU for well, they've got a good engineering thing set up now, but traditionally before the engineering school was there, you'd go, I'm going to go to IU for engineering. And then you go for a semester and realize I picked the wrong school. And you look around, everybody's a business major, and you're just like, yeah, this isn't going to work here. They don't teach the classes that I want. Like, that's not a thing.
It's not a thing. That's not what happened. He couldn't beat out the guys on the roster because he's not good. He's not bad. He's, I don't know, not as good as Billy Edwards.
Well, we also have Alanis Morissette's brother. He's another UGA transfer who did absolutely nothing last year. But we're super hyped on.
She's hot.
There's also a long list of intriguing quarterback options, but it should be Brown's job to lose. So I think there's some weird guys on there that I kind of like a little bit, but I also hope they never play. So that's a weird feeling about that. Joey Tanona, a Zionsville guy, Notre Dame transfer. He was one of the 11, I believe, Notre Dame offensive linemen who graded out at like above 80% or whatever. And a bunch of the elder statesmen had to transfer out. You guys got Coogan. We got Tanona, who's had some injury issues, but hopefully he holds down the left tackle position for the next year or two. And Barry O's kid, is currently listed as the 5th string quarterback. His name is Garrett. Do either of you want to try to spell Garrett?
I know how, because I'm looking at it.
No, there's a Y. There's a Y
please
in there.
Spell Garrett.
There's a Y. It. There has to be a Y. Is it?
It's Gary T.
Oh my gosh. It's G-A-Y-T. G-A-R-Y-T.
Whoa. Yes. G-A-R-Y-T.
What?
Gary T.
As soon as you said spell it, I go, there had to have been a Y.
Barry O and Gary T.
Jesus.
I just
Gary
so
and
those
Barry.
are the kind of decisions our coach is making. Let's talk defense, please.
Okay, so here's my breakdown of the defense. Transfers everywhere. Didn't even know where to start. I legit looked at so many previews today, the ones that I could find. Other than what is the one, Hammer and Nails or whatever, or Hammer and Rails, whatever it's called. There's just a giant like book with like no breakouts of like what's what, and so I just like skimmed through that. But the other ones that like actually break it out, like offense, defense, summaries, like whatever, there's like a mention of like one transfer cornerback that maybe is good, but everything else is just like, we got transfers on the line, we got transfers on the linebackers, we got transfers in the secondary. So tell us about the Tielemans less defense.
Yeah, all right, here we go. So CJ Madden's the guy I talked about earlier. He's another Georgia washout who is now in his second season in Purdue. Did absolutely nothing last year. All hype, no production.
With the best,
they're super
was he the
stoked on him.
corner? Was he the corner or the defensive?
No, he's the defensive end. Yeah.
Okay.
He's like 6'4", 260, has like a perfect, just like exactly what you want.
With a defensive coach,
just no production put into
mastermind coach.
Mm-hmm.
No production.
So here's the one guy I really like, Manny Powell. He's the middle linebacker. He's a UNLV and Arkansas transfer, so he's been with Barry O for a while now. He'll be the best middle linebacker option we probably have. There's a lot of guys that I like, I'm rooting for, but nobody who screams sleeper, even like Big Ten honorable mention. These are not guys who are going to be headliners.
Shouldn't CJ Nunnally be your best one? The transfer from Akron.
He's I think he's probably got the best upside. Yeah. But
he's coming
there's
Akron.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did CJ West. So
CJ West had hype.
No, that was
grades.
Kent
State,
yeah, which is like 5 miles north of there.
Worse, and it's worse than Akron.
And then the other player that I really like, who's also a UNLV transfer, he's a Hawaiian kid who went to Bishop Gorman, which is that huge powerhouse in Vegas, is Charles Correa. He's currently listed as the 5th will linebacker. But I bet he's going to end up finding his way into the starting rotation probably early to midway through the season. Who was the
smart ass kid that went to Bishop Gorman that was on that Netflix quarterback show? Like he was going to
Tate Martell, I believe.
Tate Martell, that's right. I was going to say he's the one that bounced around to like all the major colleges.
And that guy eventually washed out as a receiver, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. He did move to receiver. Oh my gosh, I love it. You got anything here?
UNLV,
Brando?
Miami, and Ohio State. Currently listed
Ohio
as a
State.
wide receiver. Yeah.
Good for him. Brandon, anything on the defense? Are you pretty well set on that?
I mean, it's going to be one of those. The group better be better, or the parts better be, or the parts.
the group stum.
I'm cooked.
You got to just hope that a bunch of mediocre stuff can at least give you a mediocre defense. All right.
Yeah, because this team's going to be so bad.
Yeah. So overall thoughts, I said they've got potential.
No.
For another bad year.
I see what you did.
He got you.
And then I didn't even care to look up the opposing team's thoughts.
Hold on, I got this. All right, okay. They did a best case, worst case. Their best case had Purdue ending up at 9-3, and the worst case, I believe, at 2-10. And here's their breakdown for the November 28th versus Indiana game. Best case. After listening
who is this?
This is Hammer and Rails.
Oh my god!
This is the guy I agree with most of the time. So
9-3.
So no, that was best case. That's his like pipe dream.
I can't wait to go over the schedule for people listening. I have not
my best case was less than half of his best case. That's what I'll just say.
No chance.
Okay. After listening to how much of a Jesus Kurt Signetti is, which I don't even understand what that
savior probably.
It would be delightful to somehow win this game, especially when Indiana has to actually play a real schedule this year. They are still a good team, don't get me wrong, but those 11 wins last season were heavily inflated by the weak schedule. Indiana getting to the level where it is winning all the games it should win is already a triumph. It will be a lot for Purdue to turn around a 66-point loss, but playing at home on a Friday night, who knows, 31-28 in a walk-off field goal.
Oh my God.
Here's worst case. It is worse than last year, but no one cares because basketball season will have started. I will happily trade a winless football season and another blowout loss to Indiana if it means an undefeated natty for Purdue to steal the greatest college basketball team of all time banner from the 1976 Indiana, because 40-0 natty would do that. L, 0 to who cares as long as basketball whips them twice.
Oh, dude, I have never experienced the amount of delusion in that you
The
just read.
Lulu is what the kids call it nowadays.
Insane. Like, I can't wait to go through the schedule just to absolutely dump on this dude's ceiling, right, of 9-3. Because
the whole
there's
idea
not
is
even
supposed to be
3 wins.
delusional. That's okay. So their preseason over under, you put DK at 2.5 minus 180. I tried to make that bet this afternoon. It has already moved up to minus 200, which minus 180 I might sniff at. Minus 200 I'm nowhere near.
I'm going off the Vegas Insider website, so they must not have updated. So
yeah, so DK showing now at minus 200 over 2.5.
The over is probably just barely safe.
Oh, I think it's safe. I think the over is safe.
Oh, you are.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Here we go. All right. So I think they start off with 2 pretty easy wins.
Wrong.
Wrong. Why?
Ball State's a 50-50 game.
They're 17.5-point favorites.
Ball State's a 50-50 game.
They beat Notre Dame last year, Bragg.
No, they didn't beat Notre Dame last year. Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame last year.
You're right. You're right.
This is not a guarantee game.
I think it's a guarantee game. There is not. I swear to God, Seth, if you say any other game outside of this game in Eastern Illinois is a guaranteed game,
no,
you need to go work for Hammer and Rails.
No. This is a 60-40, 50-50 game.
There are 2 wins on the schedule, and it is Ball State and Eastern Illinois.
It is not Eastern. Eastern Illinois is ranked 20th in 1AA. And they went to the playoff last year.
Yeah,
guys,
we'll win a close game.
It's Purdue, a Big Ten school. There's no reason to lose to Eastern Illinois.
I do think they win both. I don't think they cover either.
No.
Oh, I didn't say they were going to blow them out of the water, but I think
I think they do win both. But I would take Ball State
10 to 14 points.
Yeah.
I
both
can't
of them.
believe in Ball State. I can't do it.
Okay, so then it's USC. No chance.
Loss at Notre Dame. Loss.
No chance.
Illinois.
Here we go.
Loss.
Here we go. No.
Oh my God, Seth.
We play Illinois tough every single year. That is a 50-50 game. It makes no sense. There is no rhyme or reason. It is a 50-50 game.
I said that before we played Iowa a few years ago, and then we got shit stomped out of the place. So good luck with that one. Sure. At Minnesota, I have as the first tough,
no way,
more than 50% game, right? But not a straight up loss.
I'd say this is a 2/3, 1/3.
This is their run, Brandon. If they're gonna pick up a third win, it's here. You're at Minnesota, at Northwestern, Rutgers at home.
There's our 2 wins. There's 4. We're getting to 4.
I don't think it's 4.
We're getting to 4.
I think Rutgers has a coaching advantage, as much as I hate to say
sure.
that.
Yeah.
I think got a team that's not a disaster of transfer.
I think you go 1-1 Northwestern Rutgers. You win one of those games.
And then there's not even a shred of a chance in the final.
The rest of the way, it's over. At Michigan, Ohio State at home, at Washington, and then for some reason we both have a bye week before the bucket.
Isn't Ryan Walters at Washington?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Revenge game.
But hold on. Who? For who? For who?
What do you mean? Yeah,
for
who?
Him. For CJ
really?
Madden? Oh, yeah, for him. Yeah, he's going to.
No, I'm talking about he's going to send so many blitzes. He's going to devise his best game script.
It's going to be slot blitz after slot blitz after slot blitz.
He's gonna put his eventual day one safety at quarterback for like half the game, and like he's gonna do everything he can. Like that coach, Jed Fish, is gonna have a pregame chat with him to be like, you just need to chill, just chill out a little bit.
We just need to say one more time that this is the dumbest bye week of all time.
It is
100%. I would love to have our bye week before Wisconsin, because I'm assuming we spend the bye week on Purdue.
Why not just play it? Why not just play that game a week earlier? Give us Thanksgiving.
Also agreed. I don't know.
There's the yawns. We got to go.
There
Promo
it is.
time.
We're done. All right. This episode is brought to you by your go-to expert in the Indiana real estate market. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a home right here in the heart of the Hoosier country, Garrett Lawton with True Blood Real Estate is the agent that you need. He's not just a real estate agent, he's a Hoosier fan just like you. And Garrett knows Indiana inside and out, from Bloomington to Indianapolis and everywhere in between. Plus, his personalized service makes the buying and selling process smooth and stress-free. So if you're ready to make a move, give Garrett a call at 317-410-8851 or visit his website at lawton-realty.com. Okay, we're back. Randos.
Quick ones. Does Purdue at an institutional level, so not fans, but at an institutional level, care about football? Seth?
We sure as hell put money into it the last 5 years. With the stadium renovation, with everything they've done. I don't know that they've necessarily made it better. I'll say that. There's certain parts that have been made better, but I don't think the full game experience has improved. Because I don't get blinded by the lights.
Damn light.
But I don't know. We are a research institution and we are a basketball school.
Yep. That's would have been my answer had someone asked me that. Now there are basketball programs that have semi-relevant football teams.
Sure.
I'm talking Duke. I'm talking North Carolina, UCLA,
Kentucky every once in a
Kansas?
while, Kansas every once in a while.
Kansas
Kansas has been consistent the last.
They've got a good quarterback. Good
Lance
Jaden
Leipold's doing well.
Daniels.
Is that in the way that NIL and revenue sharing is currently built? Is that the ceiling for Purdue? Elite basketball, occasional bowl, like a Duke,
I would accept
North
that.
Carolina, UCLA. Is that the ceiling?
I would accept that.
With the floor being some 2-10 seasons like Kansas, a lot of 3-9, 4-8 seasons like UCLA. Is that what Purdue can look forward to, at least in the short term?
I think so. Because Indiana is not necessarily a football hotbed. So it's not like they have some kind of recruiting base that they can just draw from and immediately have 3 and 4 stars dotting their roster. They have to go pull these guys from other states in a lot of these cases. And then when they do that, they're going up against the local schools, and they're also going against all these other schools that are now trying to poach Florida, Georgia, Texas, Michigan, Illinois, Ohio. And what's the selling point? How do you differentiate from Notre Dame? How do you differentiate from Indiana? How do you differentiate from Northwestern, from Michigan State, from even some of the middle or lesser tier Big Ten teams who are poaching and trying to get these same guys? There's no selling point right now for Purdue. And I just don't see what the seat change would be that would suddenly create an inertia around the program.
A Kurt Signetti hire. That's it. I mean, it's just
and then bringing in your own guys to then base layer that too.
Yes,
it's got to be that full regime change.
Yes.
And right now, I saw Barry O. I think he brought 3 guys with him.
And then, yep.
And UNLV was 8-4. They lost to Boise State twice. They had a really good team. I'm sure plenty of them could probably play, contribute. But that's all you brought with him? Is it lack of conviction? Do you think the Big Ten is that much different than the Mountain West?
He was there for 2 years.
I don't know. Yeah. So
not a good sign.
I think if Ryan Walters couldn't do it, I still think down the road, probably 5-10 years, Ryan Walters is probably a pretty good head coach. I think he too much too soon.
Yeah.
But I mean, shit, if he couldn't do it, if the kind of energy he had couldn't bring those kind of guys, I don't know what would.
Yep. All right. Last question for me. IU between 1994 and 2023 was one of the worst programs in college football. Is that fair to say?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Would you, Seth, trade that next 30 years, Purdue football from 2024 to 2053 be just as bad as IU if it meant Purdue won a national championship this year?
Now remember, there's a Gator Bowl, a Foster Farms Bowl in there.
No bowl wins.
Insight Bowl.
Zero
No
bowl.
wins, though.
Zero bowl wins.
Should have won the Gator Bowl. Fucking stupid.
The only pause I did was for dramatic effect. There is absolutely nothing that I would be unwilling to trade this football program for to win a national title. You could shut down the program, and if it was to guarantee a national title, I'd say, okay, great.
So
Let's
you
do it.
take 30 years of bad football and
Non-existent football.
Not
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
That's all I
hire-
wanted to say. There we go.
Is June Jones still available somewhere? Is Norm Chow? Oh, shoot. If these guys are dead, I'm sorry. Those weren't meant to be jokes.
One of them did pass away.
Okay,
I think,
sorry.
one of those two.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Like,
think it
I
was
was trying to think of
June
old school Hawaiian coaches because those were at least fun to watch. No,
Wow.
I don't know. I would trade just about anything.
So it
for-
was
for
Hammer
basketball.
and Rails's question or statement of like, as long as we go 40-0 and win the national championship, I don't care. Okay, well, obviously you do that for one season, but would you do that for 30 consecutive seasons?
Yeah, because I think once the Band-Aid's ripped off, the pain doesn't feel anymore.
Okay.
I'm numb to it all.
Okay. I'm done. The defense rests.
All right.
June Jones currently alive,
Okay, good.
if that makes you feel better.
That does a little bit, yeah.
And he is.
I'm really worried about
at-
Norm Chow, though.
And one of the you know who I think we're probably thinking of is the quarterback. Who was the
Oh, was it Timmy
Awesome
Chang or
quarterback.
Colt Brennan?
Both.
one of those?
They're both
One
there.
of those two had a really bad
I think it was Colt.
Colt. Who Brennan?
Yeah.
He had. The
I'm still
whole,
showing
like,
that-
drug thing. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. He
Norm
passed
Chow's
away
still-
2021.
Norm
Colt
Chow
Brennan.
still alive, 79. Okay. So,
Yeah, Colt Brennan died in 21.
Let's get to you, Sack.
okay. My sack. Two things. Andy Staples from On 3, loathe entirely, listed his football blue bloods. Alabama, Florida State, Georgia, LSU, Michigan, Oklahoma, Miami, Notre Dame, Texas, Ohio State, Tennessee, Southern California.
Too many. You cannot have that many.
I could easily axe 4 of those. I
Yes.
felt like, yeah, way too many.
No,
what
because
I
you
say?
want to axe USC, and I don't understand.
Florida State, USC, Tennessee, and Miami.
You can't have Florida
State's
State.
won a national championship in the last 10 years.
And they've also had, what, a 3-9 season?
It's okay. It's
And a
shit
bunch of
sucks.
6
So
and
does Notre
6s?
Dame. How many bad Notre Dame seasons did they have?
Couple.
The what was his name? Willingham and the fat guy.
They weren't that
And
bad.
They were bad, bro.
Hmm.
They were bad. They would go to 6 games because they'd play
It's too many.
Stanford,
It's too many teams.
That's too many.
Army.
It's too many.
That's
teams.
where I think the cut line is, though. I think
I
we got to
had
get down to
zero
8.
problems. I had zero
Okay.
problems.
All right. Here's my last
Cut
thing's a
Tennessee.
statement.
You want to cut somebody? Cut Tennessee.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
All right. Here's my statement. This is my soliloquy about Purdue football. Here we go. Never before have I been less excited to watch my alma mater play football. This is a 2-4 win team at best. Barry O might be a great coach, and getting to 4 wins might actually get him a vote or 2 for Big Ten Coach of the Year based on maximizing roster talent. If you manage to win 4 teams with this roster, shit, you should throw a parade for this guy. I only want them to show signs of life this year. That's my bar. A team that competes, a team that has an identity. Those are things that Sig brought with him to IU. They have a culture now. They have, what kind of plays they like to run. You know what IU football is all about. And only one season he installed that. And I hope Barry O does that to Purdue. I think talent level and schedule gave Sig a lot of room to win games, more so than Purdue's schedule gives Barry O. But this team can win me over by exhibiting a culture of toughness that they can then use as a recruiting springboard for 2026. And I can start to feel optimism again. This will end up being another year where I'll end up attending more Indiana games than Purdue games. And it might only be 1-0 this year. And a year where collectively, because of how excited we all are about the basketball team, Purdue fans will be forgiving as possible to a first-year coach and a fan base desperately counting down the days until the exhibition in Lexington against them Cats on October 24th. May the Lord be merciful and pass the days quickly so a brighter day may rise.
That was incredible. I almost cried.
Oh my god!
I almost cried. That was beautiful.
Bring on the pain.
Will you give a speech at my funeral?
I'll die long before you, but sure. That's an easy promise to make. Let's get the hell out of here. We got 59 minutes in.
That's way too long. All right, see you guys. Cheers.
Cheers. Rate and review us.
Do that.
Go
There you
Indiana.
go. Somebody else say it. We'll see.